Hello and welcome to Core with Core. I'm going to take you through a quick workout all on the mat. You'll need no equipment, so whenever you're ready, you're just going to be lying on your back. Your feet will be out in front of you. You're going to place the bottoms of the feet down flat on that mat. Make sure your head is all the way down. And we're just going to go into those knee sways as always, just swaying those knees to one side. Come back to center. Exhale, drop to the other side. Come back to center. Continuing here. Becoming aware of the bone we're rotating side to side on. It is our sacrum bone. And the purpose of these sways is trying to navigate the neutral here. So maybe you make the sways a little bit smaller. Trying to find those two planes of centerness. Once you feel even on that bone, we can hold the knees still. We'll place our fingertips onto our hip bones and we're going to start to go into pelvic rock. So you're going to scoop the belly button as you rock that pelvis forward and then press that pelvis back. And repeat, scooping that belly button, rocking pelvis forward, pressing the entire back down, and then rock it back. Continue here. Warming up that spine. And then trying to navigate the two planes of centerness on this way. So from north to south. Making that movement a little bit smaller. So sometimes you like to have an entire back pressed down onto the mat. Sometimes you like to have that baby arch. You decide what feels better for you. Once you feel good here, I want you to hold as still as possible. You want to remove any tension in your low back. You're going to start to lower that rib cage down to your hip bones, staying nice and engaged with that core. Only the legs are going to move. Keep that upper body nice and still. Right knee comes to chest, lower back down. Left knee comes to chest, lower back down. You exhale as you lift one knee. You inhale as you lower down. Exhale, lift other knee. Inhale, lower down. So the purpose of this is trying to just practice to stay in our neutral. So that way when we go into our ab series, you know that these planes are supposed to stay nice and even on the mat. You're staying north to south in that pelvis, east to west on that sacrum bone. You continue here for 2. And on your last one, when we have that right knee back into the sky, we'll bring the left knee to join it. You want your knees directly above the hip bones. Your legs are going to be at a 90-degree angle. Your toes will be pointed. Keep those legs engaged. I want you to place your hands behind your head. Your elbows are going to be nice and wide. If you are not feeling any neck or back pain, you are going to take that exhale and lift the head, neck, and shoulders. So we take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift the head, neck, and shoulders into that ab curl. Single leg kicks. We're going to kick our right leg out. Hold it back in. Exhale, reach that left leg. Hold back in. We continue here. Staying nice and even on those two planes. Going for 4. 3. Last 2. And we switch to double leg kicks. Both legs come out, both knees come in. Exhale, reach out. Inhale, return. Make sure you're staying lifted in the head, neck, and shoulders. You're gliding that rib cage down to those hip bones, feeling that core nice and fiery. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift those legs up to sky. Heels are going to come together, toes or fists width apart. We're going to go into lower and lifts. Lowering those legs down, lift back up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. You are welcome to put your head down if this is too much for your low back. We go for 5, 4, last 3, 2, And one, keep those heels connected as you draw those feet onto the ground. Lower your head all the way back down. Heels are staying connected, toes are fist width apart. We're in that V-foot position for our bridging. You're gonna exhale, lift the hips up, squeeze those glutes. Inhale, lower back down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower down. Great job. We're gonna do a flat back hinge, so keeping everything lifting at the same time. Keeping that back nice and flat. And only lifting the hips as high as you can go without complicating the back. You want the back to stay flat. You do not want to be arching. We go for 5, 4, last 3, 2, hold your last one. Stay nice and lifted. We pulse for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop all the way down. Squeeze those knees together. Give them a hug. All right, we are gonna prep for single leg bridging. So we're gonna keep our right toes connected to the mat. You're gonna lift the right heel just to prep for you. This is your first option. So we're gonna exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower down. So you'll start to feel that you have to press down on that left heel a little bit more because the right heel is lifted. You are welcome to stay with those toes on that right foot down on the mat if single leg bridging is too much for you. Otherwise, on our next one, let's bring that right knee into our chest. We exhale, lift up. We inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower down. Great job. Keep tucking that rib cage, keeping that back flat. You have 3, 2. Hold this last one, point the leg, pulses for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping all the way down. Give those knees a hug. All right, let's do the same thing on the other side. Left toes are connected to the ground. Right entire foot is pressed down. The heel on the left foot is lifted. We exhale, we lift up, driving through that right heel. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower down. You want those hips to stay even. Make sure that left hip is not raising a little too high. It's still in line with that left. All right, we add that knee into our chest. We lift, we lower, lift, and lower. You got it. We have 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold your last one, point that leg, pulses for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep this leg straight, drop all the way down, extend your right leg out. We finish that ab series 5, we go into scissors. You pull this leg in twice, switch, grab the other one. Pull in twice, switch, grab the other one. Exhale, exhale, switch. Exhale, exhale, switch. I want those shoulder blades to be off that mat. You are bringing that chest to the knees, not the knee to the chest. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, knees are bent, hands are behind our head. We finish off with those crisscrosses. Opposite elbow comes to opposite knee. Come back to center. Exhale, reach the other side. Come back to center. Keep those elbows nice and wide so you have to twist a little bit more for those obliques. You have 3, 2. Last one on both sides. And rest. Drop that head down, give those knees a hug. Great job. All right, when we are ready, we are gonna rock and roll up to our glutes. And we're gonna come down onto our one side. So you will be on your left hip. You're gonna make your way all the way down onto it. We're gonna go into some side lying glute series. You have two options here. You are welcome to be on your forearm as I am right now, or if you would like to, you can drop all the way down onto your arm and use that hand as your pillow. You decide what you would prefer. I'm gonna do that challenge option first, and maybe I'll drop down to my hand. All right, you want your knees to be bent at that 90-degree angle again. Hips are stacked on top of each other, knees are stacked on top of each other. If you are up on your forearm, I want you to think about pressing the shoulder away from that elbow, making sure that neck stays long. It's staying at a diagonal shape, so it's in line with the spine. We're gonna go into some bend and presses with that top leg. So you're gonna lift that top leg slightly. You're gonna just press it out, bend back in. Exhale, reach out. Inhale, come back in. I like to keep my hand on my top hip. That way I know if that hip is navigating towards the back or the front of the room, so I can correct it, because you want it to stay directly on top of that bottom hip the entire time to get the full expression of this workout. Exhale, reach. Inhale, pull back in. Exhale, reach, send that energy out. Inhale, come back in. We have 5, 4, last 3, 2, and in 1, we're gonna kick that leg out. You're gonna flex that foot. We're gonna lower it down. Exhale, lift. Lower it down. Exhale, lift. Keep those hips even. Keep pushing from that shoulder. You have 5, 4, we're going for 3, 2, and 1. Lift that leg. We're gonna kick it forward, bend into chest, kick it out. Kick it forward, bend into chest, kick it out. We're going into those bicycles. If it's too much, drop down to that hand as your pillow. We have 3 in this direction. 2. Last 1, keep that leg straight, swoop it back, bend it into chest. Come out forward, swoop it back, bend into chest. Woo, waking up that glute as well as that hip. You got it. Last 3, 2, and last 1. Bring it back in, give that hip a pat. We're gonna drop down to our hand if we're not already there, using it as its pillow. And now I want you to extend that bottom leg out nice and long. Your top leg is gonna come wrapped around. Sometimes it's a little tough to get that foot planted, that's fine. You can be on your toes instead. We take that top arm, we wrap it around our waist, we push into the mat. We're gonna hold that oblique in a tiny little gap underneath the mat. Your bottom leg is the working leg now. We're gonna work out that inner thigh. So I want you to lift that bottom leg up, lower back down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower down. You got it. Keep lifting, try and find even more height each time. For 4, 3, 2, hold this last one, draw tiny circles as it's lifted at its highest point for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse those circles for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Drop that leg down, extend both legs out, give them a bend. Let's take a mermaid stretch. Reaching over to one side. Drop that arm down, reach over to the other side. Great job. All right, let's pause. We're gonna do a plank series before we go on to that other side. So I want you to be on your hands and your knees. Hands are gonna be directly underneath your shoulders, knees are gonna be underneath your hips. We're gonna place those toes down, find that grip on them. And then we're gonna go into our knee hover. You're gonna hover those knees above that mat. sit back into those ankles. Great job. And exhale, shoot forward, find your plank position. Inhale, pull back to those ankles. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, pull back. Keep that soft bend in those elbows. Make sure they're not hyperextending. We're gonna add a knee pull. Come forward, pull that right knee in. Release back. Pull that left knee in. Release back. You got it. Go for 5, 4, last 3, 2, and 1. Drop that knee, pivot towards me. You're gonna bring your left hand in front of your left shoulder. We're gonna stack those knees on top of each other. We're going into our obliques. We're gonna stay in a static hold, lifting nice and high, nice and strong here in that half side plank. Feel free to drop down to your forearm if you need to. All right, let's add our hip dips. You're gonna drop that left hip, pull it back up, drop, pull back up. Keep that gaze to that ceiling. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold right there, thread that needle. Come on around the waist, lift back up. Wrapping that waist, lift back up. Keep that left hip down and at its angle. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping all the way down. Let's take that mermaid stretch again, reaching up and over. Come back to the other side. If you would like to keep your knees down, that's totally fine. You will stick with that same exact series. Otherwise, we are gonna keep our left hand down directly underneath our shoulder. We're gonna come up onto our feet. I like to stack mine. We have our hand up, we hold and look. Now we pulse, drop that left hip, lift. You got it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wrap that waist, look back up. Wrap that waist, look back up. Keep those hips squared out to the knee. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping down, take that stretch. Great job. We'll drop that arm down. We'll reach up over to the other side and drop ourselves down. We are gonna go and do that series for our glutes on the other side. All right, so you make that decision again. You are either on your forearm or you are using that hand as your pillow. And we're gonna have our knees stacked, our hips stacked, our knees bent at a 45. Our knees bent at a 90-degree angle. We're gonna lift that top leg. You're gonna send it out, bend back in. Pressing away, bend back in. Same idea as before. You wanna make sure you're pulling that neck away from that bottom shoulder. You're keeping that neck nice and long. And we're keeping those hips stacked on top of each other, resisting from leaning to the back or the front. You got it, we're here for 5, 4, go for 3, 2, hold it out. We drop it down. We lift back up, drop it down, lift back up. Keep pushing away from that shoulder. If you're staying lifted like I am, you have 3, 2, hold this last one. We bend into our chest. We kick it forward. We swoop back, going into those bicycles. Bend to chest, kick forward, swooping back. We have 5, 4, last 3, 2, and last one. We kick it back forward, we bend into chest, we kick it back, kick forward, Bend the chest, kick it back. Embrace that campfire and that glute, you got it. We go for 5, 4, last 3, 2, and 1. Give that hip a pat, waking it back up. Great job. Let's drop down to that hand if we're not already there. We are gonna wrap that top leg over, coming onto the toes or the full flat foot. We extend that bottom leg out nice and long. We point that toe. We lift that leg up. We lower back down, lifting through that inner thigh. Keep wrapping that top arm around that waistline, pushing into the mat. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. We have 5, 4, last 3, 2, hold this high point, point that toe, draw that circle. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, reverse the circle. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bend those knees, good job. All right, let's come up, take that mermaid stretch, going on to the other side this time. Drop that arm down, reach on up to the other side. Great job. All right, we're gonna do those bend and presses again in this direction. So we have our hands underneath our shoulders, our knees underneath our hips, our toes are gonna be placed down onto that mat. We find our knee hover, we sit back into our hips, we shoot forward into our plank. Bending into hips, shoot to plank. We stick here, we add that march, we bring our right knee to chest, bring it back down, left knee to chest, bring it back down. Keep that soft bend in those shoulders and those elbows. Last 3, 2, and last one for each knee. You bring that right knee into chest, you drop it down towards me, you bring your right hand underneath your right shoulder. We lift up, you stack those knees. We find that side plank. If you have a longer torso, maybe you have to walk those knees out a little bit. So you're in your actual side plank. We lift that hand up to ceiling, we gaze up. We hold here. Let's add those dips. You drop down, you lift up. You drop down, you lift up. You got it. Think about how you're engaging that oblique each time you lift that hip and then lower down. For 5, 4, 3, 2, hold this last one, wrap that waistline, look back up, wrapping waistline, look back up. For 5, 4, last 3, 2, and 1. Great job, drop down. Let's take that stretch. Going on to the other side. And drop back down. All right, we're almost there. You have that choice. You either stick on your knees or we bring that right hand back underneath our shoulder. We walk our feet out. We either stack them or we stagger them. We lift up nice and tall. We stay right here. We hold. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We pulse. Bottom hip comes down, lift back up. Last 3, 2, 1. Wrap that waist. Come back up. You have 3, 2, 1. Dropping down. Take that mermaid stretch. Ooh, great job. Reaching over to that other side. Coming back to straight. And we'll lie on our backs again, just to do a nice spinal stretch. We're gonna pull that knee into our chest while we extend the other leg out. You decide which leg. Just giving that knee a nice squeeze. And then we're gonna cross it over the body, dropping it down to one side. We look to the opposite shoulder. Bring that knee back into chest, straighten out that neck. Squeeze that knee one more time. Let it go. Bring that new knee into chest, straighten the other leg. Give it a squeeze. You can begin to pull that knee across that body, find that spinal twist. Look over that opposite shoulder. Bring that knee back in, give it a squeeze, and release. Great job. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss a workout, and I'll see you next time. Bye.